Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Elgin Walker here, the Elgin and Plow Walker team here at eXp Realty. And I want to address the big elephant in the room right now. The big elephant in the room is this. I'm sure that you've been hearing on the news and everything else that the real estate industry, as far as compensation to agents and the transparency to buyers and sellers and some other things, are changing. And the headlines are good clickbait. 6%'s dead, this, that, and the other, all that kind of stuff. And that's exactly what it is at this particular point. It's clickbait because we do not currently have a settlement that's ratified. But that being said, supposedly, the way things are reading right now, that this will be signed off, by a judge and everything else by July, and this will be the new normal. Most real estate companies, including ours here at eXp, is preparing for July now. So there's quite a few different points to touch on, but I want to specifically touch on a couple of things. This one from my buyers, right? Buyers, if I were you right now and you have the ability to purchase and you're getting yourself pre-approved, I would get out and look at homes and do everything that I could right now to buy something. Of course, your price range is affordable, all the things. I guess what I'm saying to you is don't wait to see what the rule changes will look like, because there's one thing that at this point seems to be glaring that is going to change. Is going to change is, as we speak right now, the listing agents and the sellers agree upon a commission. A certain portion of that commission is split normally between the buyer's agent and the seller's agent. The way this is going to work now is that the listing agent, the seller, is not going to be able to legally state that they will be paying commission to the buyer's agent, and that the buyer's agent is going to have to get a commitment from the buyer that the buyer will pay X amount of dollars in commission, or X amount of percentage in commission. So, for instance, these are for instances. Let's just say, because what's out there is that it's a 6% commission. And let's suppose that 3% of the commission was being paid to the listing agent, and 3% of the commission was being paid to the buyer's agent. That's where the 6% comes from, right? Well, the way we're hearing this now, the seller would only be paying 3% of the commission to his agent, the listing agent. The listing agent's total fiduciary responsibility will be toward the seller. The buyer, you will be looking at paying your own commission, and that will be negotiated up front between you and your representative, you and your buyer's agent. Now, there's some other stuff in there where if the seller's agent and part of negotiation, the seller will pay the commission or part of the commission or whatever, that the buyer does not have to pay as much. And it's going to, and all that stuff is right now is being worked out. But the bottom line is that as a buyer, it looks as if you are going to participate in some sort of cost for representation. You're going to pay for your agent and be under a contract now to do so. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing at all. But what I am saying to you is, from a standpoint of monies that you're putting out, part of the negotiation, that's going to involve that. But you are going to have to do the buyer's broker agreement, with most agents do now anyway. But you are going to commit to whatever that whatever the agreed upon cost for that agent to represent you is going to be at your expense. So right now, if you happen to be able to find a piece of property, something that you like, it's affordable, etc., under the current way things are done, the sellers are still paying the buyer's agent's commission. That will change. How it changes, what it looks like, I can't tell you that yet because it's not ratified and none of us are 100% sure. But it's going to be different and it is going to cost the buyers something. So just a point to get out there and just buy something if that's what your thing was looking to do. But I would not, as a strategy, myself personally, look to wait until after that decision is made and ratified to then buy. Buy now if it fits you. Now, if it doesn't, it doesn't. And once this is ratified, that's going to be the new normal. But as we speak right now, you still have the opportunity to gain representation and not be responsible in most cases for your representations commission. Alrighty, the questions, leave them notes here at the bottom. Subscribe to the channel. Reach out to us directly, and I can have a direct conversation with you one-on-one to give you some of the other ideas that appear to be coming down the pike for this stuff. You guys have a good one, and thanks.